close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to
Chad, baby, what is going on? I hope you guys are having a beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. It's a little bit chilly here in PE today. We apologize for being late. There was a little bit of technical things to sort out and just kind of getting our feet in here. But as you guys can see, I'm not alone today. We're a little bit a man down. But we still do have the man himself, the market killer, Mr. Bonang. How are you doing this morning, my brother?
Good morning, good morning. I'm good. How are you doing on your side?
Hey, good, my brother. Can't complain. Chad, just to give me a heads up there on the audio. How is everything sounding? Is everyone good? Myself, am I clear? Bonang, the audio, the music. Just give us a heads up there, and we're going to get the ball rolling with everything.
Yeah, on my side, I have a feedback. I think if you can mute the mic on the Streams Lab there, then I won't be having two voices from your side.
You mute the mic on Streamlabs.
Yes.
Which mic?
The Streamlabs, the mic there. There's a mic there. The one with the computer, the blue car there.
I'm just trying to find that there quickly, my brother.
All right, no problem. All right.
Sorry, precious my Where is that? Hold on, mute event sounds. The only one we have is our atom sound, which if I mute that, will kind of mute everything.
Yeah, do you see there's this PC there with the B blue BMW there?
Yes.
Yeah, on top there's a name, Chris Market Bull, then there's a camera and mic there. That mic
Alright.
is the one that is giving feedback.
Yeah, that mic is muted though on this side.
Okay, let me mute audio from my side then.
Yeah, the other mic is muted.
Alright.
Yeah, just let me know if it doesn't go well, my brother. Otherwise, I'll get Mo to quickly come and see what the issue is here.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly, brother.
Alright, no, let's go. It's
Okay,
fine.
cool. Chad, then, without further ado, I think let's just get the ball rolling so we can be in time before market open. Mr. Benang, if you don't mind, my brother, will you open us up with a prayer?
All right, let's pray. Father, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, we thank you once again for this wonderful day. This is the day that you have made, my Lord. We pray today that you push away every darkness and place your light in our lives. Lord, we thank you for this wonderful day and the gift of life that you have granted us with. We are here, Father, praying for the growth of the community. Each and everyone involved in the community, Lord, touch them with your right hand of power and bless them, Father, for prosperity purposes. In the name of Jesus Christ, the Lord is our shepherd, we shall not want. Father, be our shepherd today, tomorrow, and forever, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Beautiful stuff there, Chad. You guys can drop an amen if you are in agreement with us, and let's get that ball rolling. Without further ado, I'm going to hand right over to the man himself, Mr. Benang, to start us off with your analysis there, brother.
All right, thank you so much. All right, chat. There we go. This wonderful morning, I am looking for. This is how I am on US 30, by the way. So yesterday we took shots. We took some sales there, targeting this CV area. Though these sales were not easy sales, guys. I think there was a lot of Berkeley before we even hit our buy entry yesterday. This then also activates our area of interest that I've been talking about ever since. If you check, there is an arrow here, that this arrow then points all the way to the 10th, and I've been talking about this area of interest. Once we broke out that zone, that's where the current is that's where the market is currently seated. From this zone here, we're expecting this market to shoot all the way up to the 10th of to the signal of the 10th of the last month. So we are seeing this market not yet playing that scenario, but it is currently seated just there on entry of those buys. So we are seeing a breakout there. Let's just hope that this market continues going up. Then those sales were able to dip in, and then as soon as they dipped in, we looked for buys that is around in the AMs. I mean, if you're not awake, you're not gonna be able to catch this buy. So we were able to catch this buy entry, which was our take profit level yesterday as well. So we took these buys yesterday around 1 a.m. if I'm not mistaken. You can see that powerful shoot all the way from this zone all the way to the high. We shoot all the way to today's TP. We shoot all the way to the high. So that's how beautiful this was done. That was one of the most powerful signal ever. Though it happened when people are sleeping, so you don't have to sleep always in the market. Now I'm going to delete a little bit of few things here so that everyone here can be able to get an idea of what is going on today. So I will remove the buy TP of the first as well here so that we have a clean level of the day. So that's our US30 on screen, and I'm just gonna leave levels of the day. Let me remove also that level there of the day. All right, so basically based on all this trading setup today, this is how we are, guys. Seated, the market shoot all the way to the high, and the market, I would say, it's from that key zone we are seeing the market creating a high there. We want to see this market coming back to the CV, and then from the CV, definitely the market will still be buying from this zone, which is not, it can be a possible scenario, it cannot be a possible scenario. So for me, I'm just going to look at and watch how this market plays like. However, it would have been nice if I didn't miss that entry there, but I believe that the community that we trade with usually knows that from that zone we are selling, we are targeting this CV here. So let's see how that market goes as we move this wonderful day. But however, I'm looking for buys, guys. I don't think sellers are going to continue dominating for now. Look for buys. On my side, I'm looking for buys. I'll be looking for buys as well. I'll be expecting this market, if it can at least retest this level of interest here, that way I think I'll be entering buys from this zone. If this market can retest that area of interest somewhere here, if we can retest that level, sit there nicely without any stress, I will be looking for buys on this US30. However, for now, there is no trade for me. I have already missed that drop, so there's nothing that I can do. I'll just have to watch and wait how this market does. But however, basically based on today's signal, market entry was just there. We can see that this market shoot all the way in the AMs. From that zone, the market started to push all the way up with a strong momentum. From this zone we hit our TP, so which means today's TP was done. So we are dropping from there, just retesting, and from that retesting we'll be expecting this market to break that level. After that level has been broken, we are going to expect this market to continue going up. So for now, let's just observe and watch how this US30 behaves. If you missed that entry, then let it be for now. And then let's quickly jump to NASDAQ. This is how I am very, very much bullish as well this wonderful morning. I am seeing this market doing me wonders. Yesterday we entered sales, perfectly done, went straight to yesterday's buy entry. We see the market pushing again in the AMs and creating a new buy entry for us today. So today's buy entry is just tapped, and we see the market now reversing from that zone. So I have just executed buys. I have running buys right now on NASDAQ. Even in that same zone here, I'm expecting this market to be still on a buying zone where the market is currently seated, and I'm expecting it to hit my today's targeted mathematical level, which is 2002. That's the price where I'm expecting this NASDAQ to move from. Don't worry about me mentioning I've been always trading US30 more than NASDAQ. But there we go. That's NASDAQ for you guys. I'm seeing an area of interest. That one would call it a support, seated right here. That's where the market tapped in. After tapping us in, we're seeing this market pushing all the way up nicely, and I'm expecting this TP to be hit. That's basically how I am on NASDAQ, running buys right now. And then let's quickly jump to gold. We have been on buys since yesterday. We took buys, and these are long buys, and I'm expecting this market to push all the way to that buy TP, which is 33.92. So we enter there, set in there slowly. Currently running in profits, very good profits. This is H1, and this is massively done. And the reason our stop loss was a bit wide was simple because this is a long trade. You can even see the risk reward ratio itself is currently good. Now seated at that zone, or where the market is currently sitting at right now, I can still call that area another area of interest that one would call maybe a support kind of a thing. Seated there, one can still execute a new trade from that zone and still target all-time highs. That's basically how we are on gold. Bullish on gold, bullish on NASDAQ, and bullish on US30. The trades that are running, we have NASDAQ running, we have gold running. That's how I am, Kicks. Thank you so much for your time.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff there, my brother. Chad, just look at that
Yes.
sniper entry there on Nas.
Beautifully done.
But all right,
Beautifully
Chad,
done.
let's have a look at
Yes.
quickly. Let me just actually open up, Chad. That is the markets open, the last London session for this week. Round 9. Ding, 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 ding. Fight.
Beautiful.
Round 1.
Beautiful.
Fight.
So let's get into it, guys. Let's have a look what is happening here. So, guys, obviously we want to just start off. Let's just talk about it that everyone is aware. It is NFP Friday, so that's going to be the main event today at 2:30. So we'll see what happens there. But pretty much some clear sailing for London session. But we'll all see what happens for NFP. Markets really going to start prepping for that. Then let's have a look at DXY. So what is happening again, guys? Just excuse when we're looking at DXY. As I said, IN 2000's on. It is just going to give signals. But obviously this is DXY. So we are still pretty much bearish again, having that neutral bias. Now, why do we have the neutral bias? The big thing for us, if you guys remember back to when we started here on Monday, we had an idea of coming back down for this little bit of a gap. Now, this gap was there. Yes, it was filled, but things just aren't balanced on the market. So again, there's always going to be symmetrical and asymmetrical balance. So we need to see this come a little bit further down after the test of the weekly key level coming back. Once we had the weekly pivot come into play, we held this and very, very simply traded away. And what would then make sense? Your weekly R1, which is literally we traded perfectly to hit that. Now we're bouncing. So now is the moment dollar needs to decide, does it hold this weekly key level? Because if it does, this is when this weekly is also going to start flipping neutral. Otherwise, do we reject it today and we continue bearish all the way back down after bouncing off of the weekly R1? So I'll monitor that to see what happens, but that's just my long scheme idea of what I'm looking at here, because this is the make or break now. Dollar either going to come all the way back down, or this is where it finds support later on today to continue bullish, and we do see our monthly pivot is above us. So let's just take note of that. Going over to the indices. So starts off with NASDAQ. Again, same thing, guys. We are there now. The reason we'll still have that neutral idea going back to the start of the week was purely because we have this gap over here which remains open. So were we going to see that being closed? Again, we have to come down at some point. Again, it doesn't mean it's been Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, almost 2 weeks later, and that gap's still there. So as we always say, a gap will be filled, but there isn't a rule on when it needs to be filled. So we are now back at that yearly pivot. So again, very much the same idea with what we're talking about with the dollar. I was bearish, but this is the point in where I can be flipping bullish. Hence, I am neutral, because with this neutral yearly pivot, we're either going to do the same thing as any other pivot, trade bearish off of it, or break, find support, and could trade bullish after it. So our weekly pivot though is underneath us. Monthly pivot is underneath us. So we just want to take that into plan and consideration when we are looking at this market. So again, going to be very open-ended with this one. On the 4 hour, we can see we've had a lot of momentum, especially coming in from Wednesday, getting us up there, and then yesterday really just range bound. We did test that 20,000 psychological level, but now coming back down and holding that yearly. So I think a lot of today's price action, again, NFP is going to come off of that. So trading in here, holding Asia lows, previous daily low, coming back up, Asia highs, the EQ. If this does break bearish, I think you are going to get a bit more of that move, going now for previous daily low and Asia lows, and hence that daily key level underneath. But if it finds support and continues bullish over here, especially again above Asia highs, I think this thing can definitely go up. First target being 20,000 again. Going over to US 30, pretty much the same thing, guys. Only difference is, yeah, we are looking at actually this time around a bit more on the technical side. We are looking better. We have taken some weekly key levels. We have taken some highs. We are holding levels as support. We do have the monthly pivot, the weekly pivot underneath us, and same thing, we do have a gap still open underneath us. So that is pretty much the same as with NASDAQ, but the difference is, yeah, we are not at the yearly pivot yet. So is US 30 going to be playing catch up to NASDAQ? Meaning, would we go for that yearly pivot first and then still have to decide what's going to happen there? So either you're going to have US 30 catch up to NASDAQ, or NASDAQ's ahead of the thing and NASDAQ's going to pull back to catch up to US 30. Those are both ways you can look at that. But when we do see this, yeah, holding that key level again, breaking above, holding it, holding the 200. We had the test, so second time around, hitting this weekly R1, holding volume there, does look very good for a continuation move. The market is quite expanded this morning. If you look at it, Asia highs up here, Asia lows all the way back down at 40,680 at that key level. So if this does break lower and we hold this weekly R1, get under the daily R1, good chance we could come back down for Asia lows. Same thing as with NASDAQ. But if we do hold these levels, especially above that weekly R1, we could look at breaking previous daily highs, see some volume coming in, which will give us that volume to take Asia highs and probably back up to the next daily key level. So we'll monitor that as well. Then going over to gold, we're going to see what's happening over here. So gold really putting those afterburners on now. We had that pullback into the monthly pivot. So you can see how these monthly pivots came into play. Monthly pivot, hit the weekly S1, and just been moving very comfortably. So a good chance if we get above this monthly S1, we are going to go back to the yearly R1 to have that retest of the breakaway to see does it hold resistance. So minimum first target if this goes bullish for me would be 32.72 if that can hold. Otherwise we are going to be continuing bearish. We can see this thing's been going quite nicely here with Iron 2000 on the higher time frames. But previous weekly low, you guys know this with me now. So previous weekly low, we can see that test with volume rejecting, coming slowly back down. Now again, same thing guys, if this breaks and we get underneath the monthly pivot, I am going to look Asia lows first targets to go bearish still, and then obviously if this does break, then to hold and go down previous daily lows. So it's just a very simple structure we're going to have to follow. And again, the same thing, if we do hold here now at the monthly pivot, first target will be previous weekly low, same thing again. And if we can break here, find support, and then look to go bullish yearly R1, and then what happens after that we'll monitor. So that is basically everything from my side guys, how I'm going to monitor it. I don't know if I'm going to do anything too crazy now in London session. Maybe if Iron 2000 gives me something, but otherwise I'm quite locked in for New York at NFP. But yeah, chat, that is everything from myself. Keystone received the email. Trading with Teach, my brother. Okay, I understand you guys are getting impatient, you guys are excited. You have to understand there's a lot of public holidays. Public holidays, myself, our support team, none of them are working. So for example, we got a list to go through, then we have a public holiday. It's not helping us. It makes it hard for us because at that same time, no one's working. So for example, yesterday, no one on that list was worked through. So mic soft at Keegs. Guys, is my mic soft? My mic sounds very loud to me. Just let me know. Otherwise, I can put it up. But yeah, it is. We're gonna just have to monitor that, guys. So as I said, I understand you guys are waiting, but as I said, it is a very, very long list that we have to get through. So yeah, please just bear with us. You will, if all your requirements were met, if everything was adjusted, you will get it. I promise you're gonna get it. Just you have to bear with us. That's all, guys. Mike is good already at 17.1k subs, 20k incoming. No robots working at 2Gs. It's good now. Keys. Mics are fine. Mic was soft earlier. Mic is fine. Mic's all good. Mic is good, but it does fade and come back, but it's manageable. Okay, perfect. I will put it up a little bit for you guys, and then you guys can just let me know over there how that is sounding. Patience. There we go, guys. 175 of you, 54 likes. We're gonna get that poll up now. So if you guys haven't, please like and subscribe to the video, guys. We are on the road now to 18k. Crazy to think about that. Let's see. Bonang, someone was asking earlier, do you trade news events or do you take it into consideration when you trade in?
For me, I do trade news events. I do, but I on a separate account.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I don't do it on one account. I just separate account, and then I go full margin.
Hey, all right. We love it. So what would you do now? Let's say like your NAS and your USD where you're holding long positions. And you quite up. Okay. Would you close it or would you hold?
I hold and add 5 minutes before the news. I add again.
Hey, all right.
Yes.
Do we switch Iron 2000 off for NFP? That's up to you, brother. As we said, we're joking about it, but obviously we also have to look into it. We personally ourselves, we have not traded it yet. So we need to see what is going to happen. We need to kind of see it for ourselves. So again, it is a fundamental event. This is technically a technical thing. There is stuff that goes into it, but you can't predict the fundamental in that aspect. So Yeah, it's a tricky one. I don't think you have to switch it off. Maybe just don't listen to it if it gives you something then, because it can be wrong in that instance. But yeah, that's personally going to have to be up to the traders, and it's unknown territory for us today.
Yes, and and for me also being fair enough, you see, NFP really doesn't move as much as CPI for me. So
Yeah.
usually I would always prefer to trade CPI over NFP.
Yeah, we're the same.
Yeah.
I always say to the guys, the thing what people forget is CPI, for example, it's a straight release. It's your CPI. But when we go over to NFP, you have NFP and you have unemployment rate. So you have two major events that come out that kind of, I want to say, I don't want to say they're not linked with each other, but they're two different things. And that's why it's very easy to get mixed data on an NFP day, because you can have, let's just say, unemployment rate drop, but then you're going to have a high NFP number. So one thing, or a low NFP number. So in instances, you're getting something that's telling you strong dollar and the other one's telling you weak dollar. And that's what creates that volatility and those spikes. So it's wick one way, then wick the other way. And that's because you got instance mixed data. So that's why we also the same. The guys that have traded, the guys that are in Project G with us, they'll know we definitely prefer CPI over NFP.
Definitely.
Kyle, bro, I can't wait to use it on a prop. Lyndon, hey, we had someone messaging us, send us the screenshots, everything. They did 14% in a day on their live account, on a live 100K account, trading Iron 2000. It is absolutely crazy. I had other guys message us on how they did 26% in a day. That wasn't on a live account, but doing it, and it's just stupid. The thing is, guys, we as you said, we're in early access. So Tuesday when we released it, it was alright. I mean, you still closed up, you closed profitable, but it was as it's going to be. There's going to be losses, there's going to be wins. Then Wednesday, Chad, we couldn't have written the script for what happened on Wednesday. Wednesday was ridiculous. I don't think that thing could lose if it wanted to. And then Thursday, I don't know for the guys that traded, I was talking to Mo about it earlier. It was like Tuesday. It was a tougher day, but it did still close out profitable at the end. The difference is, and I said that's what we learned, was for me, majority of the losses it gave yesterday were in London session. And the first thing I said to you guys yesterday was, even to our Project, I wasn't going to actually trade London because there's not going to be volume. Most of the places were bank holidays, so you're not getting true volume and true direction on a market on a day like that. And I think that had a big part to play in it taking some losses yesterday, because the minute US session came, it moved a lot better, it did better. So it's definitely, you got to do this now. That's part of early access. You got to test, you got to find out what's going to happen. Now then you got to go back to the drawing board. Where can you correct things? And it's just the same thing. Not every day is a trading day. Not every day is going to be a day that you do crazy percentage. That is just trading. So at the end of the day, you got to also accept it for what it is. But the thing is still doing absolutely crazy stuff, Chad. What is the best way to take it, Keeks? TP1 or TP2 to be on TP1? How do you trade it? My brother, I don't know if you are in Project G now, but we basically said to the guys, what we are currently running is we do a break even at TP1, and then we just hold till TP2. Once I am up on the day, so let's say if I'm up quite a bit on the day, I've hit 3 or 4 of these and I'm chilling, then I will still go my break even at TP1, but I will give it the chance to run to a TP4. I hold it at TP4. If you've even seen some of the trades that I've done that, let me just go quickly to USD, because that thing's scaling in, for example. So just to give you an example, now Chad, this thing's scaling in here. So this one technically would have got stopped because it just fell short. So your TP1 was, I think, over here somewhere, and obviously it fell short, which again for me, the second time around, if you couldn't get up, I technically would have closed there. That's my personal trading. But a TP4, once you get past the TP4, there isn't another position. So we even have it set that, like, bro, even if this thing does fall afterwards, then it's no longer Iron 2000. Like Iron 2000, this should be your last TP. But yeah, it's just how it runs and how it's working with the stuff. I mean, there we go. So just to give you an idea, so let's have a look at NAS. NAS, you can see it. This thing's been working insane on NAS, guys. Now, keep in mind, this is not even key gun. This is Iron 2000. You had your first sell. Okay. There's the TP4 down there. Check after it would have done, nothing carried on after that. Now, it will register this because we are trading it, that we go break even at TP1. But that's not technically the rules of it. Sell, TP1, gave another one, TP1. So this one here, for example, you would have hit TP4. So this one, break even, even if you took it our way we trading. But yeah, then you would have hit a TP. So going all the way down, TP2, came back up, never he would have hit you in TP4. Then again, this one, again, scaling in, TP1. So you would be hit a break even. So you see how it measures. That's why. So for example, in this scenario, it won't go gray because your stop loss was never actually hit on this position because it hit a TP1. You should be break even. So yeah, just so you guys can also understand when it's red, and let's just see if I can find one. If there's a gray one, then you know that was a stop there. So then it's gray because this was a stop. So all of these trades, you would have been a break even. You wouldn't have break even. Yeah, so you would have hit TP3 on this one. But yeah, it's obviously just up to everyone. That's what we said. It's up to you how you want to trade with a time frame. It's up to you how you want to manage the trade management on it. That is personally, it's all up to you. See about the alerts, it always doesn't hurt to ask for advice, man. Do you guys focus 5 minutes or 1 minute or 15 minutes? Again, as I was saying, that's pretty up to the person. On my side, Amina loves trading gold, so she's getting gold alerts from Iron 2000, and I'm getting USD alerts. Game changer. There we go. The couple with a plan. No stress, buddy. Took some L's on Anti-K, but now using what Chris said helps wonders in determining which entries to take. Yeah, Fobs, that's the thing. It's meant to be in it. That's something we are updating. So it will be updated, I'm sure, from next week. Then you won't need it. So yeah, that's the thing. You kind of know which is the ones, and as I said there, which ones were fake entries which you shouldn't be taking. Those M's are going to come sooner than we thought with IN2K. IN2K, for a reason, keeps giving me an error on GJ 1 minute time frame. Record, we are already on it. The team is already on it. We are busy fixing it. That will come out with the update we are doing with that thing to indicate your fake entries. So that we are already on it. We are sorting out for the guys. You know it's bad when you have to go back to look for a losing trade on IN2K. Yeah, I took 2 L's yesterday for the added confluence I stuffed up. Is Prodigy still 700 per month? 750. It's always been 750. I'm doing B at TP1 and 19,000 mainly, 1-to-1 aura at TP2, but leave runner positions for the extra source on top. Is IN2K and Prodigy? Yeah, you can either do the way of sign up just completely with the broker side, or you can go through Prodigy. 750 brother, we should push our bro. So the thing is, guys, as I say, it is there. It's always going to be personal preference how the guys are trading, what they're doing. And again, we are never ever claiming it's 100% win rate. It does very, very well. Again, the accounts are there as proof. The people are there as proof. The testimonies. It does take losses, but you will always come out on top. So it's just about compounding, being patient, let it do what it needs to do. Last question was trading view package is the best to take for alerts. The first month non-free one can only give 20 alerts. Lol. Honestly, I think for guys, if you don't really need anything crazy, I think it's called Essential is the best one. Like, because Essential, I think you can basically have anything there. I know for us, obviously, Chris and myself, we both have kind of really high-end ones, but that's because we need for the code inside on the back end. Y'all are amazing. I appreciate it, my brother. You amazing. To be fair, yesterday I took 2 L's and 1 W and still ended the day positive, so it works well. Keys, if you go through Prodigy, do you still have to have the XM account or any? No, you don't. After I went back to it and said to myself, was like, why did I do that? Yeah. Essential is fine. I use it with IN2K with alerts. There you go. Yeah, Chad, I actually want to pull it up for you quickly. We were doing a journal here quickly, and just to give you guys a quick breakdown that you guys can see, we are taking this serious. It's not like we're doing it. But just to give you guys an idea, because as I say, we are not ever claiming that this thing's a 100% win rate. But if you look at this, like we just went over some days and stuff, and this is purely a 1 minute, and you can see win, break even, win, loss, break even, loss, break even, loss, win, loss. So when it came to the wins there, bang, you were up and you had 35%. Obviously, we're talking normal accounts here now. We're not talking prop firms. Obviously, I think that would be a bit, you'd still be up, but a bit less. 29th of April, that Tuesday was when we launched it. Win, loss, break even, loss, win, break even, win, loss, and you're still there. Then now coming down to it at a 28.57%. Then Wednesday, which we all said, which was you couldn't write the book on that one. Win, break even, win, loss, win, 77%. So when you're talking an account, like the fact that we're saying 77% there, Chad, let's even just put in perspective. That was a $500 account, so 100% would be another $500 a day. So you doing something like $350, $370 basically on a day with a $500 account. So when you start doing the numbers and you start breaking it in like that and considering what it's doing, again, that's what we're talking about, the compound. People forget that you do that 3 days in a row, and you've already sat there, as I say, doing something low like that of $350 a day. 3 days and you've already done $1,000. So in a week you've done $1,000. You're doing very low numbers like that. So $1,000 in 3 days. Let's even adequate saying there's some slower days where we said there was a 50% or whatever the case was, a 40%, so on and so on. So you give it the 2 extra days of 5 days, and we call it a week. So a week you do $1,000. End of a month, that's $4,000. End of a month, you've done 80,000 rand. You see how the compound plays a game here. So it's not about trying to swing for the fences on one day. It's literally let it do what it needs to do. I said that NASDAQ yesterday in New York, and the sell back down I missed, but it was unreal. But during PM, it moved solid. Yeah, Fobs, that's what I said for me, what I've personally noticed, and I think Chris is also doing the same. During London, he's specifically trading gold, and during New York, I'm specifically trading USD. And it's been working solid for us. Is max win percentage on prop firms 5%? No, there's only a 5% for drawdown. There's no max win. You could do whatever. If you could do 50% in a day, you can do 50% in a day. I think if you look at someone like Bonang does a lot more than 5% a day.
Yes, they call it over trading, but if it's doable, let's do it.
Yeah,
let's
there
do
you
it.
go.
Yeah, over trading is something that people, if you manage, I mean, if you have a good strategy, it kicks. If your strategy is good all the times, and you know your zones, key zones, why would you leave an entry and you are watching in the market like this thing is gonna go up? And just take it. Just don't over leverage in that kind of high risk and so forth.
No, exactly, guys. You're in it for yourself. Chronic, that is incredible, my brother. Guys, the I2K works. Made $100 deposit and withdrew 1,700 yesterday. Bro, that's crazy. As I said to you guys, remember, first 2 days, I deposited $400. 2 days later, the account's sitting at 1,000. Now it's under $1,600 now. In 3 days of trading. Bonang, what is your word for today?
At the word of the day today, I was reading from the book of Proverbs, chapter 20. Is it chapter 19? Yeah, Proverbs 19, verse 2. That one is very powerful. It says, desire only without knowledge is not good. I mean, to just wake up desiring things that maybe as an individual you want, but without knowledge is very, very bad. I mean, if I desire money, but I don't understand money, how will I get the money? If I desire marriage and I don't understand marriage, how will I get the marriage? If I desire anything at all without knowledge, the Bible says it's bad. That means there's no progress there. So one thing a person that has to do is to desire knowledge first. When you are knowledgeable, then you are going to achieve that which you are desiring. Desiring from an understanding position is very powerful.
There we go.
Knowledge is key.
Yeah, Sophie, there is, we showed the guys the way. It's the in prodigy that the guys can see. As I said, will be built into the normal Iron 2K for later. But we did show the guys a little trick to identify those false signals. Brian, just give my number and we can chat. Depends, my brother. Scale with the account and I trade multiple pairs indices. What will be the risk per trade then on that account, Keeks? Personal account? My brother, I don't. On which account, firstly? What are we talking?
And then, Keeks, have you noticed that this whole entire trading thing, check NASDAQ, there is pushing up very well on my side, very, very well. I mean, have you noticed that in this whole entire trading thing, it goes a long way to say what can you do with what you have? Because as individuals, we are a bit different. What you do with a strategy, Keeks, is not what I would do with a strategy myself. Yeah, because at some point I can drive a strategy that one person was saying this is not a working strategy, and I can still make it useful for me. So basically, you have to look at what you are good at and how you manage your things, and then keep on going.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. So Bonang, I think we might have even spoke about it before when you were down, and I said to people that is the thing with a trader and someone that truly is going to be a trader, not someone that's just going to trade, for example, the signals and things like that. Someone that actually wants to understand and wants to be able to do it themselves. We still do mentorships, we do courses, because that's how you have to gain the knowledge. But once you learn a strategy, no trader will purely go and trade that strategy word for word how it was taught to them. Because end of the day, we always see things differently. The way I view something, you will view it differently. So you need to take those concepts, let's call it, and you need to adapt it for how you would see it. And that's where you'll find success as a trader.
Beautiful. Very, very true.
Keys, I like those false signals because I got a reverse trade on that. Stove, if you think about it, that is very clever. You just have to basically be like, okay, cool, we're doing this. If that is a false signal, we'll then do the opposite. Part of it, your level of trading. Stove, on a false signal, do you just make TP1 your stop loss or the personal funds you trade, Keeks? Let me just work out in my head here quickly. What is the percentage? So if I had for I'm risking between 15% a trade. And technically it's not always 15, because once the account's up, I'm still keeping that lot size. So technically it's not always 15, but when I started it was 15%.
And then one of the worst enemy in forex trading is the emotions. You know, if you have lost so much, you are like, "Ish, what if I lose again?" So work on your emotions as well. You know, you can have a very, very powerful strategy, and then you are like afraid again. You know, there is another guy, a friend of mine. He's actually, I think he is almost, if I'm not mistaken, should be 10 days now not executing a trade. He calls me and says, "Man of God, I'm afraid, I'm scared of losing." But then that's overcoming that fear is what determines, makes you a winner. I mean, overcoming the fear in you to execute. For me, do you know how I do things, Kicks? Because of multiple prop firm challenges, I keep on investing more. If I withdraw, I invest more in more and more and more other prop firms. So that I avoid emotional trading. I can lose an account because of over leverage. Obviously, it just pulls back because I've over leveraged, and then you find the market just closing that account. But immediately they breach that account, I enter buys on a new account again. Similar, same direction. I'm not afraid of what happens with within the zone of losses. You can't be always in a position of loss and you remain there forever. I mean, that's failure on its own, and you're accepting it. You have to fight. You have to fight.
How would you trade a 10K account percentage wise? Money mind, the thing is, guys, there's not a copy paste here. That's up to you as a trader. So, and I think that again goes to, for example, what Bonang and myself are talking about right now is, and I want to say that psychology, and I want to say that you don't have that fear. So myself and Bonang can take a trade where, for example, I don't want to call it a gut instinct sometimes, but there's that trade where even when the trade's going against you, you know I'm right about this trade, and you will hold the trade and you will hold it in drawdown because you know it's going to turn around. Other guys, for example, you could trade something. Let's say you've put more risk on the table you wanted to, so now you're sitting in more drawdown than you would have wanted to. So what happens? You close the trade, and 10 minutes later the trade turns around and goes your way. But again, that's because you aren't able to hold that drawdown where someone else can. So again, I can't tell you to trade a certain percentage on a certain account size because you might not be able to handle that. I've always preached, just off the top of my head, for example, when I start a prop account and it's phase 1, right off the rip, I'm risking 2% a trade. And some Oakshaw's would be like, listen, Keys, that's aggressive. But as I've always preached, a 10% target is aggressive. So to give it a fair playing field, I'm going to trade aggressive to get an aggressive target. So again, it really comes down to the trader. So I don't know, this probably isn't the answer you would want to hear, but I can't give you a generic lot size or percentage you should trade. So I'm bearish on NAS. Ooh. So Banang, they're against you, my brother.
Yes, let's see who wins there. Let's see who wins there. Let's see who wins there.
Overcoming emotions trading, I think, is one of the biggest walls in trading. 100%. Emotions and the psychological side of it.
Yeah.
Warren Buffett said you only lose once you close and accept the loss. 100%.
And what I've said several times, mostly to those that I'm always chatting with when it comes to this whole entire trading thing, is that you can't attach yourself to the money and expect yourself to win. Already, once you're emotional, I mean, you have put how much am I making, how much I lost yesterday, this, and I say to people, attach yourself to the skill, and once your skill has been perfected, you now know that even if I don't check my balance, if I run this skill perfectly for 6 months, if I'm to check my balance, I'm very far. That's how you should be as a trader. Focus on the accuracy of whatever craft you are doing in order for you to get the money, because what pays is the knowledge base of what you are doing is what then will pay you. If you attach yourself to the money, then there's going to be a problem.
Thinking about it, there's a lot of trading wisdom on this channel, 100% Moski. But it's always good to learn from the keys. It's the little things that can help people who are trying to improve. But and that's the one thing I've always said. And it's I think that's the funny thing about life is people will go somewhere looking for an answer and they might not get the answer they want. But when you go and you watch these podcasts, when you watch these speakers, when you watch all these things, for example, let me just put it like this. You could be someone trading now, and you could be trading for 7-8 years. And it's not that you not profitable. You on that verge. You're not a bad trader, and you're just not getting over that profitability line that you can really say I'm there. I can risk going full time, for example. But you have a conversation with someone where that person maybe just drops one thing. So you could have a 3-hour conversation, but in that 3-hour conversation, that person said one thing that made that light bulb go off in your head, and you went, hold on. Let me try this. Let me go change this on my trading strategy already, and that finds your profitability. So literally saying that is like, you just need, someone could drop that one gem that could change your trading for you.
Beautiful stuff.
Wise word from the G's, appreciate it, bro. NAS is definitely bearish, taking Asia lows, dropping until Asia highs, until NFP. NFP is a buy on NAS. All right, Gavin, giving the signal there, ladies and gents.
Beautiful.
Evox, did I miss Miles? No, my brother. Miles doesn't come in on a Friday. He does accountability calls with his members. So Fridays he is with his members. I'm in TP on gold right now because of Iron 2000 on screen. Thanks, Keegs. Hey, beautiful stuff there.
Beautiful stuff. Let the money be made.
There we go. What's the balance on gold?
Nicely pushing there.
Guys, you can go back there. Just watch the full analysis if you want to. But yeah.
Yeah, and also here, this would have been a first end. Another entry that I spoke about in that mini support. Look at that push there.
So the funny
Okay,
guys
then.
must stay away from NFP. Yeah, they need to stay away from it. As I know Brian also said to you guys there, gold quickly. Once it broke that previous weekly low, as you said, guys, if that previous weekly low, you want to see volume break, there must come the volume, and there it is. Hey, the big man, ladies and gents, the birthday boy, or ex-birthday boy. Hold on, Chad.
Reporting late.
Here we go, ladies and gents. Big G in the house.
Chad.
Is this the time
Yeah,
to get to work,
welcome.
Chris?
Bonang, how's it going, my
Reporting
brother?
late.
Hey.
Good morning. Good morning.
Kribber, you early for the next stream.
Hey, at least I'm here.
The man, the myth, the legend. Happy birthday, Chris. Here we go, Chad. Chris be making millions now with advertising. Doesn't even care about being late on the streams.
Dude, Iron 2000 has been on something.
Our blesser is back in the building.
Iron 2000 has been...
Chad, we thought for his birthday we let him out of the cupboard. And it got rowdy.
Oh, these guys kept me feeding me raw bacon strips through the cupboard. Just want to get channel on here.
Bro, we're talking about it now, eh? Have you seen what Iron 2000 is doing on NASDAQ University today?
Dude,
That thing is machine gunning the indices this morning.
dude.
Beautiful stuff.
Nah, it's been on a little winning streak this morning so far.
Alrighty.
Who's the new guy on stream with the blue background?
Where's Miles?
It's Friday.
Oh, damn. Chad, yeah, this week has been just a blur because the kids are at home. It's holiday, so it has been tough. Chad, we are busy with the final, I want to say, tweaks on Iron 2000. The Prodigy members will know what we're talking about. The one filter. And then I think we are solid.
Oh, then it's golden. It's good to go.
Then I think it is very, very solid. So I want to just check here. Then we can rest. Did you guys take anything this morning?
I only took, me personally, I took the USD sells this morning.
Yeah.
And then I missed the buy on gold. I know like Eek and the boys caught it. And then some of the other guys have taken the re-entries on the indices, but I haven't taken anything yet.
Check here.
On my side, I'm running buys on
No, but don't keep
NASDAQ.
killing the markets as always.
took buys on NASDAQ and also added some positions on gold as well.
Hey. Does that mean you'll be able to work on that golf swing more, Chris?
Golf was actually good yesterday, Chad. Golf went very well.
There's a 5-minute buy on gold about to give the signal. Ooh.
Let's see it.
It is, Chad. But again, we did say earlier, if this can break previous weekly lows, hold above there, that does look very, very good for the buys.
Buys aren't valid though.
Oh, those ones aren't.
No.
I can't pull the source up here.
No. So, the only trade that was valid on gold,
The 1 minute earlier was.
Let me check. 1 minute. Yeah, that 1 minute buy was good. That was.
And all the industry ones were.
The sell was also valid. For the guys that would know. So the buy and the sell was valid. That early morning buy as well before the sell was also valid. Damn, so this thing absolutely destroyed gold.
Bro, have you actually looked at what it's done on NAS? Look at that.
Joe. Is that the 1 minute?
Yeah.
Wait, let me check.
Bro, if that's what this thing did, what did the key gun do?
I don't even want to. I'll get anxiety immediately.
If this is what Iron 2000 did, I don't even want to know what
I
key gun did.
will get anxiety immediately.
That is, yo. And check it, chat. It even caught the cells on DXY.
The 1 minute cells are valid on NAS that it's signaled.
Gongo, yeah, it is. Nathan Matthews, question for Chris. Okay. What's the question?
Bro, it's where I can't get. Oh, there I can. Question for Chris.
Ernst, yeah, once that the issue we have is fixed, it won't show those
False signal.
the false signals. Good morning, Chris. Can you please explain the consistency rule on Vault Funder?
We don't have a consistency rule.
There you go. Yeah, Nathan, we're still waiting on the question. There we go. I'm a trader from Australia looking for a prop firm to use. Can you tell me why Vault Funder would be a good idea?
It wouldn't be a good idea. Don't use Vault Funder. Nathan, no, we don't have to sell you on Vault Funder, dude. There's only two things as a trader that you need to look for when it comes to prop firms. It's the trading conditions, which Vault Funder has got top trading conditions, and it is reliability with payouts. We've never denied a payout. So more than that, I'm not going to try and sell you on anything. No, I'm not turning clients away. It's a silly question from Nathan, trying to tell me now to sell him on Vault Funder.
With a straight face. Let's see what's going to happen here still today, guys. As I say, for me, later we get into the session, I don't think anything crazy will happen because markets are going to start ranging for NFP. But yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah, Chad, honestly, those are the only two measures of a prop firm that is important. The rest is all little bells and whistles and tricks. If the trading conditions are good, and
Could it be my network?
if the trading conditions are good and you are sure that you're going to get a payout, that's the only two things that matter. Anything else is just sideshows.
Bonang, you there, my brother?
I think you said something with his network.
Yeah, that's what I'm checking. I gotta see. his
I'm
traffic's also
experiencing
frozen.
some network issues here.
Okay. Guys, awesome opportunity to be on the community. You are great as always. I just registered with Vault Funder with the link that TG's provided with planning to use it for a discount purpose. A quick one. Okay, what's up? I want to inquire and advice on the two options, first phase and the second for someone starting out. Which one is more sustainable, and does the size of the equity matter if you're starting?
I would say that the one step just feels better. You get funded in one step. The two step, however, some guys like the two step, some guys like the one step. personally, I think it's all up to personal preference. Keeks, for instance, likes a two-step. It gives him a little bit more room to trade a little bit more aggressively. I, for instance, I like a one-step. I think it's all down to personal preference. In terms of account size, I can never give financial advice, but for a new trader, do not pressure yourself, because if you think about it, spending 10,000 Rand on a challenge, that's a lot of money. And now you're sitting with that mental pressure that you need to make a return on investment because you've put out 10,000 Rand now. And you can even ask Keeks, to this day, if you do a challenge, you don't just want to throw away 10,000 Rand. You could have rather grabbed that 10,000 Rand into 30, 40K. What Keegan has been doing, actually 5K. But so I think it all comes down to give yourself the best opportunity to not feel pressured. Take the cheapest challenge. Take your time. Go through the ropes, because if you can pass a 5K account, you can pass a $100,000 account. The only thing that's going to change is your lot sizes. Other than that, hey Nazam, how are you, my brother? Chad, Nazam's birthday was also yesterday, so big congrats to Nazam.
Hey, happy birthday, man, Nazam.
Also their anniversary, so
Hey.
I would assume the kids were at the grandma, but we're not going to talk about that. That's the privileges of being married.
You make sense, thank you, sir. Alright.
I don't know about funded next. In the criteria account, Vault, FTMO, maybe. Fields gejaarsdag. Ja, nee, vat en uit trading dew. Morning dew. Why is everyone sick in the office, dude?
I'm hundreds, bro.
Yeah, I'm also, but I mean like Kyla.
I was saying, we were talking about, remember when we came back from Cape Town? It was Mo. And Mo got
and
the
then-
whole office sick. I think that's, Kyla came here and she got the whole office
Oh.
sick now. That's what I was like yesterday,
I
bro.
wanna
We
stay
medicated, we got everything. I was
I
like,
want to stay isolated.
Atlas allows you to pay after passing. Lol, you pay $5 up front, then $145 before you get the account. I mean, that's one way to look at it. You're going to be landing still spending a lot of $5 though.
Yeah, figure on it. That's a bad model. That is a bad model. So you basically, the reason I say that is a bad model is you're basing your business off the small percentage that actually pass the challenges, and then you're still relying on them to actually pay the 145 once they get, it's a terrible model.
Oh, bro, I'm seeing that it wasn't his mom's birthday, but it was their wedding anniversary. So you got
Ah,
you
was
got
it
the
on his
one right.
birthday? Okay.
Okay, you see, when people they talk about this Atlas thing, you have to read the rules before you even. There is always a catch to a $5 there. One, the terms and conditions of that account on its own, you withdraw after 30 days, while other accounts you withdraw in 2 weeks. There is a very huge difference. Even the daily drawdown and so forth. It's not just a $5 thing there. It's a trap on its own. That one. It's a trap.
That profit will go under after a few months. Hey, you said it, not us. That will be a massive rug pull over there.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be excruciating.
They'll make a quick $1 million, and at the end of that, poof, they're gone. They never existed.
The
Are we
blessed-
slowing down on the market? The market is not moving now, Kicks.
No, it's barely moving. I mean, literally gold looks like it's frozen.
Yeah.
When can I come and collect my 65-inch? Yo, guys, we actually originally wanted to do the giveaway today, but we're going to have to probably most likely do it either Monday or Tuesday.
We're just waiting. Did they send the list?
Not that list.
The names? No.
So that's why I said, Chris and myself have to get that list, and then we can do the giveaway for you guys. So that's why I said we are just now. That's why we said the entries have technically closed. We are just waiting for them to print out, or not print out, but just get everyone there together that did enter. And then once we get that list of all the entries, we can obviously do the giveaway. I can wait, it's fine. But
I wonder who's going to get it though.
We'll do it first thing next week, guys.
That is going to be a sick
A nice
prize to win.
PS5 and a 65-inch TV.
Christmas coming early for somebody. And that is a big TV.
Yeah.
I even told Keeks at one stage I want to enter.
What if you think about it? Our TV that's in the podcast studio, that's a 65.
Is that a 65?
That's a 65.
But our one is not a Samsung. I think our TV.
I think our Hisense.
iSense or Sinotech or some. So, Chad, we don't even have a QLED Samsung TV. We miss you, Chris, but I'm here. Why are you missing me? I'm with you. I am with you.
We only bring them out for special occasions now, guys.
I'm an ornament. Nah, Chad, it's we were just busy with the last bit of dev work on Iron 2000, but I am happy with where we are now. Just one little tweak, and then I really think we've got a very, very solid product.
If the TV box is open when you get it, just know the G swaps out the TV.
Yeah, no. Then you know, if it's a Sinotech in a Samsung box, yeah. No, that's why we actually, Chad, believe it or not, we went to Kloppers. Initially, we just wanted to do a PlayStation, and I told Keeks, I was like, bro, why not a PlayStation on its own? We're going to do a video just holding a PlayStation. Why don't we do a nice big TV as well? And he's like, bro, let's do it. And then we got not the biggest TV, but for a reasonable price, we got the TV. And then we wanted to bring it back to the office, and the TV won't fit. So we asked Kloppers, we bought it, but can you just keep it in storage? And they're like, sweet, no, we'll keep it for you. We can just take it out if you want to do some more content with it. So yeah, we couldn't even load the TV.
Yeah, so literally when you guys get it, or whoever wins it literally is being delivered straight from Kloppers. Like, it's not even coming from us, it's coming from Kloppers. 150 likes, and we, whoa. Ed, where are you coming with this?
40% flash sale. All right. All right. Keek, so what is your outlook for NFP today?
It's going to be a biggie.
A biggie.
A biggie.
Quickly mute, eh?
What's your idea on NFP? Chat, what's your idea on NFP? Pablo, say gold sell, buying and selling, NFP buy, stop, sell, stop and pray, sell and buy ideas to close the chart, on NAS 100, buy, okay, idea for NFP buy, stop, sell, okay, chop, NAS buy. Okay. Don't you think this trading, I think if you have an idea in your mind, you have to talk yourself out of that idea, né? Like, I mean, if you have a mind of buying, you'll be like, I'm just gonna buy, no matter what. Even if you are seeing a sell signal, you're like, I'm gonna buy. So it takes a lot to take yourself out of the unbelievable outcome of your maybe prediction per se. Some are buying, some are selling. Someone will say I'm buying, someone will say I'm selling.
It is the chosen one. I might try Smeg Iron on NFP. Hey. So if dollar comes in higher, the XP has to push down and push up, and the other idea is the Fed rate cuts. Alright. NFP equals TP hit 1 minute strategy G to G. See you later in New York. We'll see you later, my brother. You guys think 1 month of Prodigy will be enough to learn some stuff on your trading strat? That's the thing, guys. So you tell me this. Like, that's what I don't get. People will literally be like, it's already a monthly. We're not charging you this overcharged once-off fee. It's a low monthly rate. And people still be like, all right, you think if I just buy 1 month, I'll be able to learn everything from you guys? Like,
it's
I don't see why
it's
people are
almost
like
that mindset. They want to pay the least
to get the most.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lol, the risk interviewer telling me to full port.
Ed.
But you see guys, that's not Ed. That's Forex Insights.
Yeah.
It's two different people.
He puts on a different
that's
jacket.
his evil persona. Oaks go to school 12 years to learn, but then want to learn trading in 1 month.
Yeah.
Literally. They want to get a doctorate in 11 years, but again, master trading in 1 month. I was a mentee of... I'm not saying anything. If it works, I don't know why you need to learn something new. That's the thing with trading. You don't want to over-analysis paralysis. So if you have something that works, stick to that. Unless it doesn't work. The thing you once brought month to month, you'll already make enough to buy 3 months in the first week. So yeah, Corona, that's the thing. I literally posted it the other day. You guys saw for yourself. Guys saying they bought Project G. They made 5 times that in the first day. As I say, I'm not...
I think that's the wrong mindset to come into it. I think anyone that knows the value of information will spend money on it. Me personally, if I think back on my education, how much money I've spent on that, if I think back the money I spent on trading courses, the money I've spent on venturing into different things to try and get information on it, then you realize it's not about the money. There's a difference between price and there's a difference between value.
Yeah.
I've said it so many times. You can pay a low price for something that's got a very high value. You can pay a very high price for something that's got very low value. So at the end of the day, I 100% believe that Project G is completely underpriced. But our idea was never to not make it accessible to everyone. And we've even seen it with anything that's free to some degree. And I know some are going to say, oh, Chris, that's not true. It's true. If you host a seminar and you get people to come and join and it's free, people will get it out. But if I even ask you to pay 200 Rand, there's a certain level of commitment that you will now come to the seminar. For instance, if we take the Cape Town seminar, almost 400 people registered. Only, I think we peaked at 150 people, 150, 160. But I promise you, if we even asked 150 Rand, the numbers would have been like a 70% attendance rate. So, yeah, free is not always good.
Yeah. And that's the thing, Chad. It's not even, again, trying to toot our own horn, but like Chris said, it is completely underpriced. Every other mentor who we're talking now, not even the scammers, we're talking like our people that we consider friends in this industry, have all said to us they wouldn't get out of bed for what we charged on that. Like, your Oaks can 3x that, and you still maybe even undercharge.
We wouldn't.
And we haven't done that. So Again, it was never, Prodigy was never about the money. It's all about learning.
For me, you see, me on my side, I have experienced a scenario where when the people that get things for free, they don't take them serious at all. At all.
No, 100% Bonang. That's why you gotta get. I've even seen it with my studies. So when I was busy doing my MBA, there were a lot of I don't want to say from which government party, but there were a lot of diplomats from a government party. About 4 of them that were there on government bursaries, and I can tell you now that the guys that got the worst grades, that were the worst team members when we had to do assignments, were those on bursaries. The guys that were paying out of their own pocket almost 360,000 Rand a year, you are there to learn, you're there to maximize every bang for your buck. You're not there to fuck around. All right.
Yeah,
So, sorry for my French, but there's a difference. I think anyone, Bonang will also tell you, if he spent money to learn something, he is going to be learning. If he got it for free, there's going to be a certain level of slack.
Yeah, true. And then there will be an individual who says, because you are making money, why don't you do this thing for free? Like, even in a university, can you go to a university and say, give me a degree for free? Like, doesn't make sense.
I think it's okay priced. Figure on it, it's 100%, my brother. No, you cannot really offend us. So,
So there you can see one coming into play, Chad.
what is that? Gold?
US 30.
US 30. Let's check. What time frame are you there?
5 minutes.
Go to the 1 minute. There was a sell that was valid already on TP2. That sell was valid.
This one. Or that one.
No, are you on FP markets?
Yeah. There's no...
Nah, bro. Are you on FP markets?
Yeah.
That is impossible, my G.
I don't have that.
Wait, let me just put the source off here.
I'm not on that. I don't have that.
Refresh your indicators.
Whoa.
No, I'm on Iron 2000 community.
Chad, the man's keeping the source.
Wait,
for me.
wait. Let me just
hold on.
delete this. Wait. Let me just close that. Put it on my screen quickly. No, that's more nice.
Oh, yeah, there.
Yeah, there it gave a sell.
What?
It gave a buy right about 9 o'clock, ETP1. And then it gave the sell, 1 minute. Just delete your indicator and re-add it.
Chad, look at this. Man's keeping the source to himself.
Oh, so you also have it here, Gavandy. Yeah, Gavandy also has it.
I don't. Look at this. But to be fair, my thing was doing this yesterday. I had alerts being triggered. I get the alerts, and when I sign in, there's nothing there.
Put go to candles. Bro, that is weird. And you're on FP Markets.
Yeah.
Dude, that is so weird.
I was doing this yesterday. I picked up on it.
No, I don't have it either. Chris gatekeeping. No, I'll never gatekeep.
Me too, Keeks. I also don't have it. Mine is just forming like Keeks. Yeah.
Bro, that is weird.
Yeah, Chad.
The 5 minutes.
But as I said, I did pick up on this yesterday because it was literally giving me an alert on my phone, and when I'd sign in, there wouldn't be anything there.
Bro, that is weird. Let's check 1 minute.
That's also not showing on my side, Chris.
Could you go to your gold? Is this what your gold looks like? Just want to check on the 1 minute.
I'm missing a bar. The second bar, I don't have that.
You don't have that?
I don't have that one either. I only have the first one then.
Nah, Keeks.
And,
Right,
I never got the sell. So I got that bar, and I didn't get the sell, and I didn't get the bar.
No, man.
Look!
Oh, you're on IM2000 community.
Yes, because I don't get the original.
I'm also, I'm literally on the invite only one.
There, community.
Bro. Okay, but I've got the VIP.
That's what I'm saying. What source are you getting here?
Chad, I'm on the VIP.
Chad, he's got 2 extra trades there on gold, which were TPs. And I didn't get either of those.
Kicks, but I gotta keep some of the sauce to myself.
What cock is this, Chad?
Oh, you're on a Wanda.
On gold. Yes.
Bro, this is...
Chris got the premium version
I've
of
got-
I2K.
So, yeah, there's...
First, Chris is late for work, and now he is holding out on us as well. You see, bro, that's why he can be late, because he's like, guys, I'm already like 4 TPs in today. We're sitting here like waiting for a trade.
Okay, yeah, so... Chris,
Yes, Chad.
Chad, this is almost like TradingView. You, on the free version, you're going to have ads, and you can only have one indicator. No, I'm kidding. Kicks, could you put on your screen? Flip, I need to figure out why.
Chad, just look at that quickly before I change. Look at there. This is the same page, Chad. Look at that. And then look at what I got.
Wait, bro, but for real now, don't you think it's because I've got the Pro, so it's feeding the price better through? Because remember, this is that premium package that's on here.
But I've also got the premium. Because remember, I also had to have premium for the original.
Oh, so you also on that, the 2K, almost 2. Bro, that is so weird. Let me just check here. I've deleted it here.
Yeah.
I added it right now. Oh.
Now you didn't get... See?
No. But what version was that then?
Yeah, Chad, see, he doesn't have it. He was on a different one.
Wait, let me see.
Because that thing is clapping.
Yo, bro, there's so many versions already.
We're looking into this here, Chad. Ned, I promise you, he's going back to the cupboard right now. He's holding it out on us.
Wait, let me see.
No lunch, no nothing. He's going right back to work. Was that not key gun? It should know. It can't be key gun because key gun is a machine. If there was 3 trades on Iron 2000, there would be a minimum of like 10 trades on key gun.
Let me just check because I just want to see if those cells were even valid. Give me a sec. Okay, so you only got the buy this morning.
Mine is showing the same as Chris. Thanks, Chris.
Yo,
is this like a
bro.
family thing here? You guys in on it with each other?
Bro, wait.
Yeah. Chris has the new version, lol. Dev team support. How do you spot false signals? Kyle, it's in Prodigy. Otherwise, the other guys have to wait for the update.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll check your kicks. Okay, I've got it. Yeah, we haven't released this one yet.
You see, Chad, he did have the premium version.
Yeah, sorry. It was actually the... but I'll give you this one, Keys.
Yeah.
I just first want to check.
Could you send him to the cupboard? He's going, bro. He's going to walk the plank.
Bro, I'm actually over indicated.
We're still running the trial version. 100%.
Oh, no,
Yes,
okay. Sorry, Bruno.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
But now did you turn your camera off?
No, you
I
must
don't
have
know what's
pressed- you
happening.
must
It
have
just
pressed-
No,
disappeared.
it's not even appearing. I can't refresh it.
Oh no, Keek. So what you saw there was I'm trying to take Iron 2000 and Key Gun and trying to get like a happy medium. So that's what you saw there. That is,
I like that one.
yeah.
like
I'm
that.
trying to find a happy medium there.
You, if you check, Hicks, if you can check NASDAQ now, see how beautiful is bouncing at our entry there.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, that's the thing. I can show you a screen. I just can't see your camera for some reason, but I can show you a screen.
I just don't know why my camera just went off. But yeah, you see it bounced exactly at our entry there. Beautiful stuff.
Sniper entry.
Hey,
Yeah.
Bonang.
Let me refresh my link maybe for these streams.
That's TP on GU for Iron 2K. Hey, there we
Damn,
go.
gee. Oh, it sells. Holy smokes. Was it valid though? Because I feel like some of you guys are naughty. Okay, it was valid. some of
Yeah,
you,
should be on now.
some of you
Yeah, that's
guys, I tell you when a signal is valid and not valid, and you're like, "Nah, we like everything."
We want the sauce.
Yeah, it was valid. Flip, that was a stunning trade. That was a stunning trade. Holy smokes. Was it valid though? I think it was.
Okay, there. Now I'm getting the sell on gold.
Yeah, I just found the matrix to give it to you quickly.
Now we getting it.
I just found the matrix. It's not valid though.
Oh.
No, I swear to you. You
No,
know, you know.
I can't pull that up.
Yeah, I'll.
Kyla says I have a free version on my camera. I think I'm having some internet issues. It keeps on going on and off.
Hey,
Kyla, you must send me a camera now. Full version now.
hey.
Do something.
Hey, Chad, but we got to turn off Iron 2000 now.
Chad, but Bonang, you're looking fresh, my brother. Looking dapper there this morning.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Man is looking fresh. Man, looks like it was just printed out of a factory.
You know, I'm always motivated. Every time I wake up in the morning, I see myself going inside a bank, working for massive stuff, clicking one button, making that 1 million, and relaxing.
Let's
So
go,
I wake up
go.
prepared. I wake up prepared.
Yeah, because Bonanga, some people said they don't see you at the club, and then you told them I don't see you at the bank.
That's the thing. Yeah, we don't do clubbing here.
I love it. Chad, how was the week? The week was I was quite busy. I told Keeks I had a little bit of an anxiety attack. When was it?
On
Monday. No, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Chad, it's like with the indicators,
No, it was Wednesday.
was it Wednesday?
It was Wednesday.
It's like in your mind, you see it working one way, and then when you do the code and you can actually now see what it does, and yes, I just couldn't figure out I figured it out now, but at that stage, just I couldn't go to sleep trying to figure out how we're gonna not get stuck in ranges.
Sure. Ed giving out some codes there.
Huh? What is Ed doing here?
He gave out first five people got a 40%
Damn.
off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ed, NFP 40. Okay, yeah, that is not valid, Kigo.
Yeah, I'm not in it.
Yeah, it's not valid.
Bonang sounds like a scammer, but he's 1,000% legit guy. Test,
Who is
test.
saying I sound like a scammer?
No, man.
That's the definition of a scammer. Tell me now.
Bonang is maybe scamming you with profits because you're making money here.
Jay, we told you. We just found out the life hack of how to withdraw from demo accounts.
Oh, there is somebody who sent me a message. I didn't forward it to you, Chris. I wanted to forward it to you.
Yeah.
Somebody sent me a very wonderful message yesterday. Says he has been following the streams and he put 2,000. He's up 9,000 ever since.
Hey.
He has been tracking and following. Yeah, I have the message here.
Beautiful stuff.
No, keep it. Send it to me. Yeah, Chad,
Yeah,
I
Michael,
think...
we're gonna get all the versions to the guys.
No, Michael. There's only really one version that we're just tweaking. Then Key Gun is also one that we're going to start backtesting. There is a lot of value. It's currently in a very rough format. So the same as with Iron 2000, you start off with an iteration, you see what it does, then you start working back to say, okay, that trade wasn't good. How do we filter that out? So the same as with maybe even Key Gun is going to be better than Iron 2000. I don't know yet because it's two completely different indicators. But we haven't started testing. We know, for instance, Iron 2000 works. We know it's going to generate a profit if you follow the rules. So Key Gun is going to be, I'm going to say, the last indicator I build this year. Then
We don't need anything after that.
yeah, then we can just make money.
Key Gun needs Bonang to make it smooth.
Hey. No roughness, only
Beautiful
smoothness.
stuff.
Oh,
For me, I have a problem with network today. I don't know what's happening. It's on and off.
they don't want you to win, Bonang. They're trying to sabotage you here, but they cannot.
No, for me, life has dealt with me so much. There's nothing that moves me.
Hey, there we
No.
go. There we go.
Ay. For me, there's nothing that moves me. I rise above storms.
There we go,
Hey.
Chad. But for real now, that is literally Bonang's story. That's why I told you guys we have to get that podcast out, because I think a lot of you will be motivated by it, and it even motivates me.
That's me from 2K to 9K. Hey, Bonang, there's your guy there in the chat.
Beautiful. You confirms it. What's his name?
Safiso.
Perfect. Yeah, this side your name was Peace. I think his WhatsApp he wrote Peace there. Beautiful. Fiso, keep it up, my brother.
TP3 on GJ. Awesome stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Just TPs everywhere.
TP3. Sisa Beliza.
See that buy on NASDAQ? Isn't it that a smooth one?
That is
No,
very smooth.
if you look in the background, you'll see on the watermark it says NAS.
Yeah.
And in the time frame as well, 1 hour. GJ, just that signal was not valid, even though it worked out. I don't want you guys getting into trouble. Let's check here.
Who remembers I'm here?
Who's that?
When we did the giveaway.
These guys, they'll give
I'm
you
here.
names. Yeah.
It's like, okay, do you know the
David.
process? I'm here. I'm here, ready. No, but do you know how to get the account? I am ready. I
20
am
20
here.
minutes after the fact, like the stream's ending. I'm
Yeah.
taking it.
I'm taking it. Damn, bro. That was special. That was beautiful.
And then there's this other thing that maybe people should also learn. I mean, I have seen it mostly. It seems like technology is a very, very difficult thing for other people. Just to even function on WhatsApp, how to use WhatsApp for them is difficult. Like, even to know that you can click the word live for a stream to go forward, it's something that they need to be taught. Now think about the trading platform. People don't take time to even study the trading platform on its own, because it has got the ins and the outs there, and people just want to buy and sell. That's it.
Yeah.
But now I agree with you 100%. So the first time I went onto IBKR, their platform, me that's been trading for many years, I was intimidated by the platform because it's showing you the live order book. It's showing you the depth of the market. So think of someone that wants to get into trading and they open up MT5 for the first time. That is going to be like, what do I do now? Where do I buy? What do I... So I agree with you. Weirdly enough, our best video on YouTube is how to use MT5.
Beautiful.
That is literally our best performing video. It's on its way to 70,000 views now.
Wow.
And it's like Bonang said, we want to teach people how to trade, but maybe we should even teach them how to just
use
get...
the platform.
Yeah, just even... Bonang, I think even how to just deposit into an account, because when I first started trading... I downloaded MetaTrader and I asked my friend, I said, where do I deposit the money? I can't deposit money into my MetaTrader. And he's like, no. You need a broker. And I'm like, what is a broker?
Teach us to use
That's
Windows.
another thing. That's another thing.
Bro, how many times, I'll never go back to sorry, but we had a guy that messaged us and he was like, hey bro, like we want to join your mentorship. I've been trading for quite a while now. I'm just not finding profitability. But I just think you guys can help me take the next step. So he said, we don't, at that time, this was before Project G, and we were just like, we don't really do a mentorship, stuff like that. You can join the streams, and you can join. No, it's all good. But I'm also just looking for like a new broker at the moment because I use MetaTrader. And I was like, oh, okay, like, but who's your broker?
MetaTrader.
No, MetaTrader is my broker. And I'm like... Okay, all right.
Damn it, man.
We're starting at the bottom.
You will stay in poverty, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's very quite interesting how people don't want to invest much in assessing something before they even use it. Somehow, even a television, when you buy it, it has a manual there. You have to read that manual, understand it before you even use that platform. I mean, you just put your money at something and then you want to see where it's written buy, then you want to buy, you want to see where it's written sell, you want to sell. You have to go deeper and learn. Also, now then it goes with the passion you have. You know, there are people who are just lazy to go deeper on certain things. For me, to discover what I discovered, it's because people would give me a surface, and then from a surface I dig deeper on my own. You understand?
Yeah, 100%. So just be patient, my brother. I'm sure Bonang will get back to you as soon as he can.
I want to join a mathematics team. No, but
He wants to do the mathematical method. For me, it's a struggle today, guys. I am struggling with this network. What kind of a spirit is this one? You sent me a message where, my brother? Photography. You sent a message where? Is it on Facebook, WhatsApp, email? I think emails we do respond. WhatsApp is the one that we are always there.
I think
almost
we can
even at 1 a.m. So check the platform you are sending me a message on.
Bonang,
that's where maybe you.
Sorry, my brother.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Chad, I think we're gonna get ready to call it, get a few things done before we need to start prepping for NFP and all that stuff. Bonang, any closing remarks there from your side, my brother?
All right. No, for me, thank you so much, guys. Make sure you always subscribe. Let's reach 20,000. I said when we reach 20,000 subscribers, I'm going to drop small souls for the mathematical method so that we give you the light of where we are going. So you will be able to wake up in the morning knowing where the market is going. Like for me, I'm so much relaxed. And that's why I even declare to say, don't trade against the 2Gs because you cry. If you sell, you cry today. That's how it is. NASDAQ pushing all the way to 2002. That's where this market is going to go. What time it arrives, it will eventually arrive. That's where we are headed. As for gold, we are holding gold all the way. I think I've said it many times. We are holding gold all the way to 33.92. So cruise nicely and relax there, relax there, relax there. As of NFP, I'm not trading NFP. I'm breaking even above here. Just set my stop loss. Whatever happens there happens. If it gives me more money, I'm okay. I'm not trading NFP today. I'm just going to wait and observe as much as I can and then wait for CPI. Nevertheless, thank you so much, Kicks, and thank you so much, my brother Chris. May the good Lord bless you and open more doors and doors for you on your lives. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Amen.
Thanks,
so
my
much,
brother. Right back to you.
Yes.
I think Red, this is a fair time to... I think we can actually let you guys know. But yes, for the first time, Chris and myself will be at FMIS at the end of the month. So we'll be back in Cape Town there for the guys that are going to be at the convention. Yeah, we will be there. So it'll be awesome to see some of you guys, meet some of you guys again that are going to be attending that. But yes, Chris and myself for the first time will be there. But yeah, Chad, I think that is pretty much it. Chris, any closing remarks from you, brother?
No, Chad, just want to say thank you to Bonang, thank you to Keegs, Miles, Ed, everyone that's been holding down the fort while we work on something beautiful for you guys. Thank you so much, and just thank you for the community. You guys are absolutely incredible. Thank you for each and every one that sent a message. I haven't even opened it up yet. There's a huge amount of messages that I'm going to start working through, but please note that I've seen all of them, and I really, really appreciate it for the guys that took out the time of the day to say happy birthday to me. I really appreciate it, Chad. And as always, stay safe over the weekend. Come back safely on Monday, and do not get yourself into trouble now for the rest of the day with the markets. If you had a good week, call it. Don't let that greed, as Ed also sometimes prayed, that mammon, that greed that wants to get into your heart, put that away. If you've made enough money for the week, call it. Go again next week. But thanks so much, Kigo, Bonang. As always, it's been a pleasure.
Awesome.
Thank
Okay.
you, thank you.
Good having the
Cheers,
gents here
salute
with
everyone.
us. And then, yeah, guys, have a blessed one. Trade safe for NFP. It's always a big, big one. So we'll see the Prodigy members a little later on. And that is it for this. So enjoy it, guys. We'll see you. Peace and love. Take care of each other. Cheers, Chad.
Salute.
Cheers.